You're watching Hundertwasser visits Mauna Kea. This is an informational video. The supplies you will need will be your computer and pencil and paper. In this video, we're going to imagine that the artist Hundertwasser visits the island of Hawaii, the native Hawaiians, and Mauna Kea. But first, let's do some research. I have a technique that I use which helps me collect all the information I need on any subject. What I do is I ask questions. Who, what, when, where, how, and why. Creating inquisitive questions helps you collect all the information about the topic you are studying. Here are some example questions I have created for you. Who are the native Hawaiians? What is the Polynesian Triangle? When did the Pacific Islanders settle in Hawaii? Where is Mauna Kea located? How are the Maori connected to the Hawaiians? Why is Mauna Kea sacred? Go ahead and grab your pencil and your paper. Now let's take notes. Let's start with where is Mauna Kea located? In order to answer this, we need to leave the island of Maui and fly over to the island of Hawaii. On this island, we will find Mauna Kea and the summit. Well, we're here, but that looks like a really long road to walk. Maybe I can hitch a ride. I wonder who can help me. This will do. I'll see you on the Mauna. Wait, that's the wrong way. Mauna Kea is a dormant volcano on the island of Hawaii. Its peak is 13,803 feet above sea level, making it the highest point in the state of Hawaii. Most of the volcano is underwater, and measured from the underwater base, Mauna Kea is the tallest mountain in the world, measuring 33,500 feet in height. Mauna Kea is 1 million years old, and the word Mauna Kea means white mountain because in the winter it often has snow on the summit. Mauna Kea last erupted 4,000 to 6,000 years ago and is now considered a dormant volcano. Did you know there's an active volcano on the island of Hawaii? Kilauea. Kilauea volcano erupted nearly continuously from 1983 to 2018, causing considerable property damage, including the destruction of the towns Kalapana and Kaimu, along with destruction of the renowned black sand beaches. During the 2018 Lower Puna eruption, 24 lava vents erupted downrift from the summit in Puna. So why is Mauna Kea sacred? There are many reasons why a place would be considered sacred, such as a birthplace, location of a historical event, or a burial site. The uplands in the Ahapua'a is known as Vau'akua, where the gods reside. In the Hawaiian culture, mountaintops are considered to be part of the Vau'akua. Places with remains of iwi, bones, and moepu, items buried with the body, were found on top of Mauna Kea, making it a burial site and therefore a sacred place. In addition, Mauna Kea is the home of the snow goddess Poli'ahu and her family. In the Hawaiian religion, the peaks of the island of Hawaii are sacred. Ancient law allowed only high-ranking ali'i to visit its peaks. Mauna Kea's natural environment is a great resource for fresh water for the island of Hawaii and the habitat for many native birds, plants, and insects. In the Hawaiian culture, one never owns the land, one is only the caretaker of the land. Now we must ask the question why. Why would the artist Hundertwasser want to visit Hawaii and Mauna Kea? Maybe we need to remember what we know about the artist Hundertwasser.
Friedensreich Hundertwasser, the Austrian-born painter, first visited New Zealand in 1973. His touring exhibition was shown here in the Auckland Art Gallery. The bold, radical paintings and Hundertwasser's outspoken ideas on man's relationship to nature generated controversy and great publicity. Hundertwasser's involvement with Māori on the Kawakawa project was significant. The artist was curious to learn more about our culture and came to hold a deep respect for traditional belief systems. The holistic nature of Māori spirituality mirrored his own strong connection to nature. In turn, Hundertwasser came to be respected by tangata whenua as a man of great mana.
So what is mana? In the native Hawaiian culture, the sacred term mana is known as spiritual energy of power and strength. It is possible for mana to be present in objects and in people. For people, it is possible to gain or even lose mana through the different decisions they make. In Hawaii, there are certain locations which are considered strong in mana. There is great mana on the mountains of Mauna Kea. Well, this is very interesting, but we must ask, how are the Māori related to the native Hawaiians? An estimated 1,200 Pacific Islanders found and began settling on these islands known as the Islands of Hawaii sometime before 800 AD. The island of Hawaii remained isolated from the rest of the world for another 500 years. Native Hawaiians, like the Maori, are from the Polynesian Islands. Polynesia is made up of more than 1,000 islands scattered over the central and southern Pacific Ocean. In ancient times, voyagers crossing the Pacific Ocean referred to these islands as the Polynesian Triangle. The triangle included the Hawaiian Islands, Eastern Island or Rapa Nui, and Aotearoa, New Zealand, named by the Maori. The indigenous people who inhabited the islands of Polynesia share many similar traits, including language, family, culture, and beliefs. Therefore, we can find similarities in the native Hawaiians and the Maori. Historically, these individuals had a strong sense of traveling by water and using the stars to navigate at night. Most of the Polynesian islands, including Hawaii and Samoa, are composed of volcanoes. I hope this informative video helped you collect all the information to help inspire you when you do your Hundertwasser visits Mauna Kea art project. Stay tuned for the next video. Mahalo nui for watching and aloha.